We are back in the CI Newsday kitchen with my friend Becky Doubleday. We've never done this before. She is a former employee here at WMVD, and this is so great fun for me because she is a fantastic cook, and she's been exploring the keto diet over the summer, and I have been the recipient of so many wonderful recipes. This one, help me here, double chocolate muffin.
Right.
That's dairy-free, sugar-free, grain-free, and tasty.
And tasty. And it has zucchini in it. So it's got the whole thing. So
how do we get started?
Okay, so got the whole lineup here of all the ingredients. First, we're going to start with 2 cups of almond flour. Now, if you've never used almond flour before, it's different than your standard wheat flour, but that's one of the attributes of this recipe, that there is no grain in it and is therefore gluten-free too. Then I have a ½ cup of sweetener here, and this is a brand called Swerve. You can get a lot of different types of non-sugar sweeteners that are good for baking and other things too. You kind of have to, they can be a little finicky sometimes. You kind of have to look around and get that. Then we've got a third of a cup of cocoa, and this is just cocoa that you could get anywhere. This happens to be Dutch processed cocoa. Now here's an ingredient here that is not typical to most baking. This is an egg white protein powder. So a lot of times you might be putting this in your smoothies. A lot of people get it for that.
That's where the keto-friendly comes in, isn't it?
Exactly. It gives it the kind of the mouth feel of a regular muffin, so to speak. Then we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, just regular old baking powder. And here is a ¼ teaspoon of salt. And this, I'm using sea salt here. It's a fine grain and it mixes well. So here, give it a little swirl, get it all together. If you have stuff that has lumps and bumps in it, you might want to run this through a sifter. But it's not necessary either. The whisking can also break this up as well.
And we've got just about a minute. You've got your wet ingredients here. Do they get put together separately?
No, they go right in here.
Okay.
So, okay to do this now?
Sure, go ahead and get started.
Okay, we'll get started with this. 3 eggs. Keto baking, egg temperature eggs really work well.
Room temperature?
Room temperature eggs. Then I've got a third of a cup of avocado oil, very neutral flavor oil, okay? And then here is the zucchini. Okay, so if you're looking at that and saying, how did you get there from here? You grate about a medium zucchini, you drain it, you squeeze it out, you put it in here, and you have about 180 grams. Then ¼ cup of coffee.
And what's here?
Those are chocolate chips, sugar-free chocolate chips.
And do they go in the mix or on top?
They go both. Okay. So we'll do a third in here right now. And then I'll toss in just a ½ teaspoon. This will be there we go, of vanilla, and I'm going to mix that up.
All right, so we will let you get to mixing. Pop those in the muffin tins, and we'll have a taste test when we come back.
That sounds
Molly
great.
Mason's weather is on the way.